So recently, I found this new library in React that actually lets you break the rules of hooks. It's called with React, and it's actually very clever as to how it does this. So here we have a fruit list component, which basically just takes these items over here, the fruits, and maps over each one, and then for each one actually uses this custom with state component. This component receives a value as its initial state, and then calls its children as a function, which by the way, you can do in React. And here we get the count, we get the set count, the function to update the state, and then we're using it here inside of this part of the JSX. We're showing the count for each individual fruit, and then we have a button to update the count of that specific fruit. Now this kind of violates the rules of hooks, right? Because the rules of hooks say that you cannot define a hook inside of, first of all, the JSX, the body of the component, but also inside of a for loop. But if you create a component like we have here with this with state, you can actually get around that. The actual with state component is actually super simple. The only thing that it does is it creates here this local piece of state, and then it calls its children that it gets through props with the actual value of the state and a function to update that state. The library is called with React, and there's a bunch more use cases that you can check out and see if you like this and if you want to use this in your own application. It only has 45 weekly downloads, so maybe you can be 46.